Scene 1. First day. The stage is dark.
Memory is a funny thing.
Sometimes you don't even realize what you've forgotten until something reminds you.
Simple things. A broken crayon, a bag of frozen broccoli. Simple, yet they bring back moments you haven't thought about in years.
Bits and pieces of a moment.
And you sit there and you try to make sense of it all. What were those moments? Why won't you let yourself forget them?
How did broken crayons and frozen broccoli make their way into your life anyway? Why?
Lights up on a tableau of the typical summer camp. Cabin, picnic table, pine trees all around. Amy and Merissa stand outside the cabin, wearing matching staff shirts and smiling their biggest smiles. The cabin is labeled Little House, with a small wooden plaque under the window. Grace wanders on stage with a suitcase, lost in her own thoughts.
Summer after I turned 16 was undeniably the weirdest summer of my life. I was a CIT at Camp Malloway, your typical girls' sleepaway camp, complete with lakes and mosquitoes. And it was my favorite place in the world. The woods just seemed so magical back then. Not with fairy magic, that would be silly, but with real magic, which is a feeling. A feeling that can't be described. And camp was just that feeling. Not just for me, for everyone. Of course, now the place is unrecognizable. I haven't been back in years. But for some reason, my mind keeps bringing me back to that summer.
Grace turns to the frozen scene behind her. It immediately commences.
Welcome to camp!
Hi, I'm Grace. It's so nice to meet you.
You too. Hi, Grace. I'm Amy.
And I'm Merissa. And we're
your counselors.
Cool.
You're actually the first one here, so you can go in and make your bed if you want.
Nice.
Grace opens the door of Little House. While the outside of the cabin is nice and neat and unornamented, every inch of the inside is covered in colorful graffiti. She picks a bottom bunk on the left wall, plunking her stuff down on it to claim it. Taylor enters, coming into the cabin and putting her own stuff down on a different bed.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Grace.
Hi, I'm Taylor.
That's actually really funny. My sister's name is Taylor.
Cool.
Grace and Taylor stand awkwardly for a moment, before turning away and beginning to unpack their things. As they do so, Gia, Ellie, and Dolly enter, greeted by the counselors before they go into Little House. Cleo comes next. When she sees Dolly, the two of them run to hug each other.
Dolly!
Cleo, how are you, buddy?
Well, I was good, but now I'm 100 million times better now that you're here.
Same. Also, I heard Wendy's coming too.
Yes! The gang's getting back together!
They go off to unpack as Julie and Rosie come into Little House.
And so I don't have a lot of energy most of the time, but I just love the outdoors.
Me too. A couple years ago, I hiked the Appalachian Trail.
I did that last year. It was
great.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm great. No, wait, Cleo?
Hey, girl.
Guys, Grace and Cleo were in my cabin my first year of camp.
That's wild.
And now we're back again. CIT B.
Woo! More girls continue to enter and be greeted as the others mingle and unpack. Rosie sits on her bottom bunk, looking upward, where Gia is on top, smoothing out her sheets.
Hey, hey.
Hi.
Just warning you, you are sleeping above a crazy ball of nervous energy.
That's fine, long as you don't snore.
Wendy tapes up a full-sized picture of a middle-aged man above her bed.
I see you got Dan on the moon.
You know I do.
Is that your dad?
No, it's Dan on the moon.
Who is Dan on the moon?
Some guy that follows me on social media. All his posts are so weird. Dan on the moon.
They go back to unpacking. Scene 2. rules. Later on that day, all of the members of CIT B are seated around a picnic table outside of Little House. Amy and Merissa stand nearby, holding up a giant piece of paper with a list scrawled on it in big red marker letters.
Welcome to CIT B. We're so excited to have you all here.
That being said, we have a few expectations of you so we can all get along. The first one is choose your attitude. That means you always have a choice between being positive and being negative. You guys have to be an example for the younger campers, so we ask you to choose to be positive.
You guys already know about the buddy system.
Lead with love. That one's pretty self-explanatory.
And of course, you gotta follow the 4 core values, which are
respect, honesty, caring, responsibility.
Yeah.
Liddy.
Scene 3, morning. Around 6 a.m. the next morning. Most everyone is still asleep. But not Rosie. Wide awake, she makes her bed before grabbing the broom from off the wall and sweeping the floor. The sound startles a few of the others awake, but Rosie doesn't notice. Grace watches with intrigue from her bed. After sweeping, Rosie puts the broom away, sits back down on her own bed, and pulls out a big orange ocarina. She plays a shrill melody, unaware of anyone else. Dolly covers her head with her pillow in annoyance. Scene 4, the walk. CIT B and their counselors walk down the sandy path from their cabin to the dining hall, which is a bit of a hike. Cleo holds a digital camera, recording video as she walks.
Hey guys, it's me, Cleo. Welcome to day 2 of my CIT experience at Camp Malloway. Right now, we're just walking to breakfast. And as you can see, there is a lot of sand. Oh yeah, and guess who's here? Dolly and Wendy. Say hi.
Hi.
And guess who else is here? Amy Walker. That's right. She was my counselor last year, and she's back again to be my CIT mom. Amy, is there anything you want to say to the fans?
Hi.
Say hi to my vlog, everyone.
Hi.
5, rivals. The dining hall. A long building filled with tables and benches where kids of all different ages sit by age groupings. The walls are adorned with quirky plaques and wooden signs labeling different things like kitchen and dish room. CIT B and their counselors are seated at a table, finishing up a platter of bacon and eggs. Next to their table is a larger table where the members of CIT A sit. After a beat, the girls of CIT A stand on their benches. They shout a nonsensical chant in unison that ends with, "We're the sixth and we're the best!" Yes!
Oh no, they didn't.
They just sang this CIT song without us. They're supposed to tell us when they do that.
Rude. That's what it is. Rude.
I hate them.
What?
Don't you?
No, my friend Holly's a CIT A, and I love her.
No, not individually. As a principal, I mean, I see how they've been looking down on us. They think they're so much better because they're A and we're B, but that means nothing.
Yeah, but that's not what they think. They think that because they're superior and they've been here longer than us, they know more.
But that's stupid. We're in the same program.
Tell that to them.
Oh, we can't let them think we're gonna take that. Stand, ladies.
They obey, standing on their benches and singing the same song their rivals had sung before, but louder and more impassioned. Afterwards, they sit. Amy and Merissa are not amused.
Guys, not cool. That was uncalled for.
But
nothing. You guys are supposed to be a good example. You can't just get into these stupid fights, especially with them. A, B, it doesn't matter. You're going to be staff with these people.
They're leaving next week anyway, so can you at least try to be nice to them? Remember, choose your attitude.
Scene candle and crayons. That night, the only light on stage is a lantern on the floor of Little House. The girls sit around it in a circle.
My high of the day was swimming, and my low of the day was breakfast. And if I could fill a swimming pool with anything, I'd fill it with whipped cream.
I'll go. My low of the day was probably lunch because hot dogs are gross and the vegetarian option isn't all that good either. My high of the day was when Cody made me a friendship bracelet.
Cody and Jackie hug.
And I would fill a swimming pool with cats. I love them. I want a whole pool full of cats.
Okay, my high was also swimming. I don't have a low. And if I could fill a swimming pool with anything, I'd probably fill it with baked beans.
What?
Baked beans?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like they'd be a really nice texture. But they wouldn't be normal baked beans. They'd be giant baked beans, like big enough to float on. I think that would be really nice.
Okay, has everyone gone? Then it's time to make a wish.
Everyone closes their eyes. Once finished wishing, each girl puts 2 fingers down near the base of the lantern. When they have all made their wishes, everyone's fingers are touching, creating a collective star.
1, 2, 3.
Everyone blows on the lantern as if it's a candle. As Merissa switches it off, for a second they sit in darkness. Then the lights go back on. The girls stand up and get into their beds.
All right, guys, lights out. Merissa and I have a meeting. Good night.
Amy and Merissa leave the cabin.
If anyone is sweeping before 7 a.m., I will personally throw them out the window. Good night.
After a moment of silence, Taylor climbs out of her bed. She sits on the floor with a box of crayons and a stack of coloring pages. Soon, Cleo and Wendy join her.
What are you guys doing?
Coloring.
Go to sleep.
I'm not tired.
Ellie and Lisa join in on the fun. They are soon followed by Julie, Gia, Dolly, Maura, and Cody. Rosie is already asleep. Grace tries to sleep, but eventually decides on the better option. She gets out of bed and joins her friends on the floor.
I just love all the names of the crayons. I mean, mahogany, bittersweet, goldenrod. Who comes up with that?
Probably the crayon parents.
There's no such thing as crayon.
How do you know?
Can someone pass the brown?
Which brown?
I don't know, bittersweet? Thanks.
Taylor rolls the crayon to Julie.
Thanks.
Where's the red orange?
No one likes red orange.
Hey, we hear you.
Go to sleep.
We can't.
Why not?
We can't go to sleep until you sing us the song.
We're not singing the song.
Why not?
You guys are CITs, not little campers. You don't need to sing that song.
Yes, you do.
Go to sleep.
They listen for Amy to walk away before resuming what they were doing.
Hey, Cody, why don't you tell us about you and Jackie?
How'd you know?
I can pick up on social cues.
Jackie doesn't like when I tell this story. She gets embarrassed, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. We were at the camp dance last year, and I saw her across the tennis court. We talked a few times during the week, but she only said she was into pansexuals. Turns out she isn't, though, because this one song came on, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and we've been together ever since.
Oh, so cute.
Ladies, what did we say?
Everyone on the floor scrambles into their beds, pretending to snore.
Go to bed.
Not unless you sing the song.
No.
Fine, then we'll sing it.
All together, the girls of CIT B, excluding Rosie because she's asleep, started on the song. It's a strange amalgamation of taps and Santa Claus is coming to town. But they all know it from coming to camp year after year.
Day is done, done, done.
On the sun, sun, sun.
From the lakes, from the hills, to the sky, to the sky.
All is well, well, well.
Safely rest, rest, rest.
God is nigh, God is nigh, God is nigh.
Oh, you better watch out.
You better not cry. You better not.
You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Sit on patrol tonight.
What? We see you when you're sleeping.
What?
We know when you're
awake.
We know if you've been bad.
So be good.
For goodness sake.
Oh, you better watch out.
You
better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Sits on patrol tonight.
What? What?
Good night, girls.
Good
night.
Scene 7. The Maze. The stage is pretty dark. There are people on stage, but they can't be seen.
It is possible to go through this maze blindfolded. All you have to do is hold on to the string and follow it to the end. If you need anything, all you have to do is ask.
This is the longest string in the history of strings.
I feel like I've been going around in circles.
I think I found the end. Never mind.
I think I'm lost.
You guys are doing good. If you need anything, we're right here.
Merissa! Where's the end of the maze?
I can't tell you that.
Merissa, I can't find it. How do I get out of the maze?
I can't tell you that.
Merissa, you said you could help.
Maybe you need to ask a different question.
Merissa! I need help!
One person has left the maze.
How?
Can you tell us?
Yep. Somebody please help me.
The lights go up. Grace stands beside Taylor, blindfold in her hand. Along with Jan, Merissa, and Amy, they stare at the so-called maze, which is really just a piece of string tied to 4 trees in a circle. They watch everyone else, following the string in an endless loop. The lights go down again.
Sometimes it's important to ask for help.
8. Trevor. CIT B tramps through the woods. It is raining.
I can't believe the tractor just broke down.
I know.
And now we have to walk all the way back. Oh.
Remember, choose your attitude.
I think we should choose blame Trevor.
The boy CIT director?
Yeah, I mean, he was driving when it broke down.
True.
And he forgot the ice cream for our ice cream co-ed, so...
Also true.
So everything is Trevor's fault.
Trevor!
Scene 9. The anthem. A little later, the rain has gotten harder. The girls are soaked.
I'm saucing on you. I'm swagging.
What's she singing?
White Iverson.
What?
This is a repeat me song.
Everyone responds instinctively.
This is a repeat me
song.
So you gotta do what I do.
So
you gotta do what I do.
And say what I say.
And say what I say.
White Iverson.
White
Iverson.
When I started bawling, I was young.
When
I started falling, I was young.
Taylor continues to go line by line, teaching them the first verse of Post Malone's White Iverson.
Okay, now let's put it all together.
They sing it through.
Again!
They sing it again. Amy and Merissa roll their eyes. Scene 10. Smiles. A different day. Grace and Rosie sit on the picnic table outside of Little House.
And I'm into cosplay and textiles.
What's textiles?
Like sewing and knitting and stuff.
Oh,
What do you like to do?
theater mostly.
No way! I like theater. I'm in love with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Cool. But I'm more a classic gal myself, like Bye Bye Birdie or something.
Cool.
They're quiet
You
for a
smile a
moment.
lot. Oh, you smile a lot.
Thank you.
I mean, like, all the time.
I like to smile.
But, like, you never stop. I've never seen you not smiling.
I am the Cheshire Cat.
Even when you yawn, you smile.
Talent.
It's kind of creepy.
Really?
Like the Joker.
Oh.
But I still love you.
Grace frowns. Scene 11. Another candle. Nighttime. Dolly and Grace enter. The rest of CIT B, including the counselors, are sitting on the floor around a lantern. They make room for the two to join.
I love how the bathroom is named Betty's bathhouse. I mean, it's so fancy. Like, I'm going to Betty's house. Would you like to go with me, darling?
But you'd never ask, darling.
Betty's bathhouse.
Spitsport, Betty's bathhouse.
Well, a couple years back, I puked all over Betty's bathhouse.
I remember that. That was hilarious and disgusting.
Wait, was that when the neurovirus was going around?
Yeah.
The plague.
Yeah, I puked all over the floor, and my counselor was like, no. And I was also like dehydrated, so then I hallucinated Batman in the woods.
What?
Okay, everyone, time for candle. Turn off all your flashlights.
The lights go down, and the lantern is only the light once again.
Tonight's questions are high of the day, and if you could invite any people alive or dead to dinner, who would you invite?
Okay, I'll go first. My high of the day was boating, and my low...
We're not going to do low anymore because that's negative. Just do the high and fun question.
Oh, okay. Then if I could invite anyone to dinner, I'd invite my grandpa and Jan.
Like the camp director?
Yeah, she's the best.
True that.
I'll go. My high of the day was that teamwork thing where we built that tower out of candy fish because candy fish are delicious. And if I could invite anyone to dinner...
Scene 12. The dream. Later that night, much later, everyone is in bed. Grace wakes up. Taylor, Cody, Lisa, Dolly, and Jackie are sitting in the middle of the cabin around the lantern, chanting inaudibly and passing a wooden frog.
Guys?
The lights flicker and they're gone. Asleep in their beds. No wooden frog in sight.
Hey, can anyone hear me? Hello?
Maura climbs down from her bed and goes over to Grace's.
Grace?
Grace spins around.
Yeah, scared me.
Sorry, I thought I saw something. So, bathroom buddy?
Yeah.
Scene 13. Haunted house. The next morning, the girls of CIT B are getting ready, filling up their backpacks with things they need for the day.
I like your leg warmers.
Thanks, but actually they're compression socks.
Oh,
Like, if I don't wear them, all of the blood in my legs will pool to my ankles and I'll die.
Oh.
Guys, you have to hear about Grace's dream last night. It's so creepy. Tell them what you saw, Grace.
I woke up and I thought a bunch of you just sitting around passing a wooden frog.
Wooden frog?
I could have sworn that box over there was a person.
Ooh, I don't like that.
It's like Little House is haunted.
Oh, stop!
No, wait.
She points to a symbol graffitied into the wall.
Look at this. It's a pentagram.
The Little House is haunted.
And cursed.
And inhabited by an evil vampire mouse.
Vampire mouse?
That might have been what bit Cody in her sleep the other night.
It hurt like a bite.
Scene 14, the country dinner. The dining hall, much like the setup of scene 5, but instead of eggs, the meal is fried chicken. And unless otherwise noted, the dialogue in this scene is spoken in bad southern accents.
Let's have a good old country fashion dinner.
The rules: speak country or pay the price.
And the price is, if you mess up, you gotta stand up and shout.
Butter my butt
and
call me biscuit.
Yeah!
There more.
Right away, ma'am.
Thank you. This ain't just camp no more. This is farm camp.
Actually, I heard the camp brought some farm around here. I think they thought about making a farming program, but they gave up on that years ago.
Is that true?
Honest as Abe.
Farm camp, farm camp, farm camp.
I was saying, when I started bowling, I was young. No. You done messed up, Amy Walker.
Amy stands on the bench.
Butter my butt and call me a biscuit.
I like biscuits. Biscuits and grits.
I wish we had grits.
Guess we gotta make do with these here mashed potatoes.
The people need some Jesus.
What?
You know, Southern people say it all the time, like, hallelujah, they need some Jesus.
Well, don't they?
No, they need whatever they believe in. Their own religion. That's what they need.
I still think they need him.
Scene 15, dish room. After dinner, the dish room. Grace, Rosie, Julie, Gia, Lisa, and Dolly are there, all wearing disposable plastic gloves and rushing to put stacks of plates into the giant military-grade dishwasher labeled Hobart. The game is over, so no one speaks with those accents anymore.
Hobart.
Till death
do us part.
He washed
all our dishes,
so
we
do
as he wishes,
cause
he steams up.
Oh man, I wonder who has me for Secret Santa. I already know it's not Cleo, and it's not Cody. Is it any of you?
Christmas in July is tomorrow. Can't you wait?
No, I have to know.
Well, I don't have you.
Julie.
Not telling.
I need pictures over here.
I got you.
I got plates.
Good. Put them over there.
I'm gonna put the clean bowls back in the kitchen.
She exits.
Spoons?
Got them. Ow! Hot spoons.
Without warning, Rosie runs out of the dish room.
Rosie, where are you going?
Rosie, we need you in here.
Where did she go?
I don't know. She just left.
But we need 6 people. The dishes are piling up. She can't just leave.
I know. So unfair.
Scene 16, the explanation. 10 minutes later, The dining hall. Empty, all except for CIT B.
Why did you leave like that? It was not cool.
I got overheated.
Yeah, it's hot in here, but we all had to be here.
Well, it's different for me.
How?
I have this diagnosis, and so I don't have a lot of energy all the time. For me, energy is like a drawer full of spoons. So every activity takes a certain number of spoons, and there are a limited number in the drawer, so sometimes I run out. Today I ran out. Could have died.
Scene 17. Christmas in July. The next day, little house is decorated with actual pieces of pine and paper decorations.
I had Cody.
Gia hands Cody a package wrapped in construction paper.
Aw, thanks, Secret Santa. You didn't have to get me anything. CITA leaving tomorrow was a good enough gift.
Hey.
I mean, thanks, a friendship bracelet. I love it.
You're welcome.
I had Dolly.
Cody hands Dolly a plastic bag full of popcorn and glitter.
Amazing. And I had Merissa. Let's see, what do I have for you here? Ah, yes.
Dolly whips out a folded up piece of paper, unfolds it, and clears her throat dramatically.
My gift for you is something you cannot buy, for I give you Hanukkah in July. So for 7 more nights you will receive a handwritten poem made by me. Each one will tell you how great you are, because you, Merissa, are a star.
Aw, you guys remembered I'm Jewish. Dolly, I love the poem.
Let's sing a song.
White Iverson!
No.
How about we wish you a Merry Christmas?
With an underscore of dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
They do just that, singing until they're interrupted by a rustling in the corner. Some of the girls scream!
Vampire mouse!
Scene 18. Rave over. Little house. The girls of CIT B are hanging around. Some are cleaning up. The counselors aren't there. Rosie isn't there either.
I don't get the big deal about changeover weekend.
What do you mean?
It's just a weekend.
But it's gonna be different for us.
Yeah, we're gonna move to the big house as soon as CITA leaves, and then we'll have a rave!
Goodbye, changeover. Hello, rave over.
Rave over, rave over, rave over, rave, rave, rave!
And besides, Rosie went home for the weekend.
Oh, thank God.
Why? That's mean.
So is she.
Come on, Grace. Honestly, what do you think about Rosie?
What do you mean?
Do you like her?
I mean, I think she has good intentions, but I don't want to say anything mean.
It's okay if you do.
Is there something wrong with my smile?
No? What? You have a beautiful smile.
Not.
No. Who said that?
Did
Rosie? What a bitch!
Cody!
I'm sorry. I'm just upset. She's so mean. There's nothing wrong with your smile.
Thanks.
Guys, I just found a whole bunch of glow-in-the-dark balloons for Rave Over!
Woo!
Rave over! Rave over!
Rave over!
Rave over!
Rave over.
Amy and Merissa enter.
Hey guys, your friends at CITA have all left. Big house is empty.
Rave
Rave
over!
over! Rave over!
Goodbye, little house! Goodbye, ghost! Goodbye, vampire mouse! Rave over!
Rave over! Rave over! Rave over!
The lights go down and come back up. We're in big house, like little house, but bigger. Also no graffiti. Julie and Lisa come in, carrying the last of their luggage. Gia is sweeping. Cleo is blowing up balloons. Everyone else is unpacking.
We need some music up in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Amy, do you have any music?
Amy pulls out her phone.
Any requests? Anyone else?
White Iverson.
No.
White Iverson.
You too, Gia. Fine.
Woo! Amy finds the song and puts it on, but at the first sound of a cursed word, she switches it off.
Not camp appropriate.
Okay, we'll just sing it.
The girls sing the verse they know. Chuckling, Amy turns the phone back on. Vintage 80s pop begins to play. Wendy finds her picture of Dan on the moon and tapes it to the door.
Dan on the moon? More like Dan on the door.
An icon.
Enter Rosie.
Hey. So which bed is mine?
Cody points to a top bunk in the corner.
Are you joking? Where's my bottom bunk? You guys did save me a bottom bunk?
You weren't here.
I can't sleep up there. I can't do heights. I'll have a panic attack.
You'll be fine.
No, I could fall off and die. My diagnosis, remember?
What's going on?
I can't sleep there.
Who's willing to switch with Rosie?
Everyone else averts their gaze.
No one. Cody? Grace?
No way.
Grace shakes her head.
Remember, lead with love. Choose your attitude.
Anyone going to be an adult? No? Fine. I'll switch with you, Rosie.
Can someone help me get my luggage?
I will.
Rosie and Grace leave.
What a whiner.
I think I'm gonna go to bed now.
What about Rave Over?
Hashtag canceled. She ruined it.
Scene 19, the lecture. Sometime the next day, CIT B is seated around an unlit campfire with Amy and Merissa. Rosie isn't there.
Guys, we have to discuss what happened last night. We're really disappointed in how you behaved.
What?
Not one of you guys was willing to switch with Rosie.
What happened to leading with love?
And it's not just that. You guys have been excluding her as well. Rosie told us that.
You haven't been very tolerant of her diagnosis either.
All due respect, but she's not the innocent one here. None of this has anything to do with her diagnosis. She's mean to us.
I don't believe that. You guys have to choose your attitude. Choose positivity and inclusion, okay?
No one says anything.
This is ridiculous.
I know. It's not like she spoke to us kindly either.
Mad.
Scene 20, chillin'. Another day. Lights up on Big House. Amy, Grace, Ellie, Lisa, Maura, and Gia are sitting on the floor playing Bean Boozled, using a trash can to spit the gross beans into. Dolly, Cleo, Taylor, and Wendy are tossing candies at each other, trying to catch them in their mouths. Jackie and Cody are playing ukulele. Rosie is sitting on her bed, knitting a scarf. Julie is doing sit-ups in the corner. Merissa goes to lay down on her bed and finds a picture of Dan on the moon on her pillow.
Wendy,
Hey, Merissa.
your picture is on my bed.
Dan on the moon. Well, now he's Dan on your bed.
Merissa pushes the picture onto the floor,
Now he's Dan on the floor.
but Wendy picks it up.
Dan on my hand. Dan in your face.
Merissa snatches it and yeets it into the trash.
Dan in the trash.
Scene 21, frozen broccoli. Dining hall, dinner time. CIT B sits at their table.
This broccoli is frozen.
So it is.
I'm gonna go get another one.
Amy leaves and comes back a few minutes later with a different bowl, chuckling to herself.
So, guys, I went up to Chef Bernardo and I was like, yo, Bernardo, this broccoli is frozen. And he looked at me in the eye. And you know what he said? He said, sometimes these things just happen. That's all he said. Sometimes things just happen.
Scene 22. Shadow Stories. The girls of CIT B come into Big House in a clump. Amy and Merissa are waiting for them.
You already know who it is.
CIT B! Hey, how was shadowing with the other counselors?
So fun. I got to go puddle jumping with the kids.
The kids were so cute. I got to help teach them how to play Gaga.
And there was this one kid in the cabin I was shadowing, and she had this hideous yellow shirt with a big brown stain on it. What was that stain?
Stir fry?
Fudgesicle?
No, I don't know.
Wait, I saw that kid at the talentless show. Wasn't she the one that kept dabbing?
Oh, yes. She just stood there dabbing for 5 straight minutes with a stain on her shirt while her friend did cartwheels. It just kept going. Wait. She might as well have been like, I can show you the stain. Proud and strange, it's a mystery. Could it be fudge or stir fry or some other thing?
A whole new shirt. That's what she'll need.
Scene 23. Board game night. That night, CITB and Amy sit at a picnic table which is covered in board games.
I'm bored. Can we play hide and seek?
No.
You sure?
Play a board game.
This is boring.
That's it. We are hijacking board game night.
All of the CITs stand up.
Anarchy!
The CITs run into the woods.
Come get us, Amy Walker.
Yeah.
You come back here.
It's Amy Walker.
Hide.
They duck behind a tree.
Hey.
Ah, she's coming.
They run further away.
1-800 I'm afraid of Amy Walker.
1-800 I'm afraid of Amy Walker.
Guys, stop. I can lose my job.
Fine. 1-800 I'm afraid of you know who.
The chase continues.
Anarchy.
Amy's saucing. She's saucing. She's saucing on you. Amy's swagging. She's swagging. She's swagging on you. She's falling. She's falling. She's falling on Amy Walker.
Scene 24. Bathroom. Big house. CITB is hanging out inside.
I've gotta pee. Who wants to be my bathroom buddy?
I'll go.
Weren't you just in the bathroom?
Grace sits down, embarrassed. Scene 25. Mahogany! A little later. Big house. CITB is still hanging out. Taylor is coloring.
Oh no!
What?
I broke Mahogany! He's dead!
Condolences.
He must have a funeral.
The girls pile onto the big house porch. Taylor, Gia, and Lisa come out with tails on. The girls pile onto the big house porch. Taylor, Gia, and Lisa come out with towels on their heads. Taylor carries the broken crayon.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to celebrate the life of Mahogany.
He broke tragically today and leaves behind his brother, Bittersweet. He terribly missed.
Taylor fake cries as Gia and Lisa dig a hole. Then she drops the crayon in the grave. Rosie pulls out her ocarina.
A song in his honor.
She plays the song.
Beautiful.
Taylor, Gia, and Lisa grab hands, as do the girls on the porch.
Now, let us sing together the sacred song.
They sing in mock reverence. Scene 26. A robbed grave. The next day, Taylor runs on stage holding a note.
Mahogany is gone. I found this note on my bed this morning. I took your precious mahogany. Leave 100 bags of candy on the land sports fee. And only then will I return them to you. Mwahaha! Mwahaha! Who took up? Was it you?
Scene 27. Deep candle. Yet again, the only light comes from the lantern in the middle of the floor.
Which one of you took mahogany? Was it you? You?
No one responds.
Okay, settle down. You know the drill. A deep question tonight. What is something we wouldn't guess about you just by looking?
When I was 10, I was diagnosed with cancer, and so my mom was afraid to let me go anywhere or do anything. She didn't even want me to come to camp, but I love camp because it's the only place where people didn't treat me like I was fragile, and now I'm 5 years cancer-free.
I'm a quadruplet, so family is very important to me.
I'm homeschooled, and my family is great and all, but I just can't stand being with them. So camp is the only place where I feel happy, not my house. I'm so sick of home. So now I'm applying to colleges and counting down the days until I can finally get away and never go back.
I have this diagnosis.
Scene 28. Farm camp. Daytime. CIT B follows Amy and Merissa through the woods.
Where are we going?
It's a surprise.
Will we like this surprise?
Mayhaps.
Wait. Are we going to farm camp?
Maybe.
We are, aren't we?
Farm camp! Farm camp!
Farm camp.
You guys were right.
They stop in front of a clearing covered in green grass with a porcelain bathtub just sitting in the middle of the field. It's surrounded by a white fence. The girls run ahead, climbing the fence and standing around the bathtub.
It is time for the ceremony we have prepared for this day. Assume the position.
All of CIT B stands erect, speaking in turn of the camp ceremonies they've grown up seeing.
I, Princess Pumpkin Spice of Tractor Village.
I, Princess Carrot Juice of Shovelville.
I, Princess Cucumber Melon of Rake Village.
I, Princess Tomato Basil of Travel Village.
I, Princess Corncub of Lawnmower Village.
And I, Princess Eggplant of Hoe Village, declare farm camp to be in session.
Commence the song!
Are we ready?
Are we ever?
F-A-R-M-C-A-M-P!
F-A-R-M-C-A-M-P.
F-A-R-M-C-A-M-P.
Farm
camp!
Farm
camp!
Oh, farm
camp!
Scene 29. Dance. The tennis court. It is the night of the camp dance. The theme is retro, so all of CIT B is dressed in typical 80s clothing. Music is blasting and the whole camp is bopping along.
Mahogany! Mahogany!
What are you doing?
Maybe if I call his name, he'll come back to me. Did you take him? No, if not you, then who took him?
didn't. But I think I heard Cleo and Dolly say something about him.
Dolly! Grace told me you think you and Cleo took mahogany.
What? Taylor?
Well, it's a lie. We didn't take your crayon. Snitches get stitches, Grace.
Mahogany!
Cleo, we do not dance with the enemy.
Dolly and Cleo move away from Grace, who finds herself dancing alone.
Yeah, nice space buns.
Thanks, girl. Nice face buns.
Thanks.
I just love them. They're like little horns.
Dolly?
Enemy?
Listen, I'm sorry, okay? Sorry I accused you of taking Taylor's crayon. I can see that you didn't.
All right. Thank you.
Friends?
Yeah, we can be friends. And also, you're a sucker, because I did take that crayon.
She pulls the broken crayon out from her fanny pack.
Hey!
Mahogany!
Pat.
I caught you!
Taylor chases Dolly around the tennis court until she is finally able to snatch her crayon back. The stage is dark. Nothing can be seen.
Hey there.
We just wanted to talk to you one-on-one.
Everything you say is confidential.
So, how have things been going for you?
Things are going great.
Awesome! You've been doing great too.
I'm having fun and learning a lot, but there's been someone in CIT who's been making things a little less than enjoyable.
Can you tell us who?
I shouldn't.
She ruined rave over.
I don't want to be mean, but Rosie is really ruining my experience.
They just don't understand. I have this diagnosis and it makes stuff harder for me. I don't always have a lot of energy. I keep using up all my spoons.
What if I just disappeared? I don't mean die or anything. I just mean if I left camp. I don't think anyone would notice.
What do you mean?
People only talk to me when they have to. No one wants me around.
No.
Sorry. That was stupid. I shouldn't have told you guys that. Don't write that down. Or tell anyone I told you that.
This is confidential between us, like I told you.
Scene 31. Graduation. The waterfront. Twilight, but not the movie. Not the book either. CIT B sits in a circle with their counselors. Merissa is humming Pomp and Circumstance.
You guys have done such a great job this summer.
We are so incredibly proud of you all.
You've been saucing and swagging and balling.
And it's been a pleasure to see you all grow.
And that is why it is an incredible pleasure to us to say you have officially completed the CIT program.
Merissa hands out little certificates to each of the girls as Amy continues to speak.
And we can't wait to see where you go and what you do next.
Hopefully, we'll see your faces on staff next summer.
Happy graduation, y'all.
I think this calls for a celebratory song. Hit it, Taylor.
White Iverson!
The rest join in with the song. This time, even Amy and Merissa sing along. Afterwards, most of the girls go running towards the dock to take pictures with each other. Grace stands alone at the edge of the lake, trying to think of words to describe the way the moonlight reflects on the water. There are tears in her eyes.
Jeez.
Now let's
take a funny one. Yeah, let's take a funny one right now.
Mister from another mister.
Hey.
Take a pic with me.
Twin
pic.
Grace, can you take a picture of me and Jackie?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Thanks, Grace. You're the best.
Grace takes the picture before handing back the camera and staring at the water again. This time she is crying much harder, but no one notices, because there's a smile on her face. Scene 32, closing ceremony. Later that night, an amphitheater across the lake. The whole camp is there. CIT B sits in the back row. All the seats face away from the audience. There is a campfire, where Jan and the counselors stand downstage.
Sometimes the wind will hear a song and carry a song down the trail. Because you sang, your voice will forever be a part of our songs. Because you walked these trails, the sand will remember your footsteps.
The ceremony continues in pantomime as the counselors do the motions similar to those seen in the farm camp ceremony. The girls of CIT B turn around in their seats, standing and facing the audience.
Years that followed, many of us went on to become staff members, sharing the spirit of Malloway as it had been shared with us.
But new management rolled in soon after. They started making changes that went against the things that this place stood for.
We stopped coming. This was no longer our home.
The majority of us remain friends, at least in name.
We found each other on social media, though our communications became less over time. They consisted of nothing more than the customary birthday message once a year, half-hearted annual messages to people we used to know.
Only a small few of us stayed close.
Yet none of us could quite forget that summer we spent together. The summer spent running wild in those woods and with that once hummed with the unseen magic.
Though we'd stopped talking about it, for some reason we could never forget.
Weirdest memories.
Perhaps it was Chef Bernardo who had it right all along. Sometimes these things just happen.
The girls turned back around in their seats, watching as the ceremony finishes. As it comes to a close, the whole camp joins hands, voices coming together to sing taps.
Day is done, gone the sun, from
lights go down,
hills, from the lake, from
leaving
the skies,
only the burning of the campfire to light the stage. End of play.
Safely. safely rest. God is nigh, 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 God is nigh
Bye.